What up, it's Warchief, and today we're going to talk about the Note Grid app inside of the Roli dashboard. I use this app. It's called an app inside the Roli dashboard. I use this app a lot, and it is really awesome, and we're going to explain some of the things. Yeah, show you how it works. Let's get right into it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you like the video. Here we are in the Roli dashboard, and you can see there's all these apps. In my first look, we took a look at this program and I talked a little bit about it, but today we are talking just about the Note Grid, and the Note Grid can be found right here. It says Note Grid. Let's click it. Note Grid, you have all these options, and that's pretty cool, actually. At first I was like, man, this is kind of weird. I don't know how to do this, but after a while I got used to it, and I didn't have to look up anything to see what anything was. I just messed with it and I figured it out. So from my experience, I'm going to tell you what I've learned. So in the Note Grid, you have the MIDI settings, and it actually tells you what this is. So right here on MIDI settings, right here in the left corner, it'll tell you what you can do with this, and it'll tell you all the features and what devices to use it for and stuff like that. So right off the bat, I'm going to be using Strobe 2. My last videos, I said I didn't have it, but I emailed the company and they sent me over the actual Strobe 2, the full program. So that's cool of them. And you click this and you turn it to MPE, because I'm going to be using an MPE sound from Strobe 2, because there's two different sounds. There's the 5D sounds, or the MPE, and then the regular sounds. If you click this and it's a white key, it's a normal piano and it's not 5D. So that's awesome. I'm glad they have regular. All of them are 5D. That'd probably be hard to do, to make everything 5D. But anyways, back to the Note Grid. So it explains to you what this is, MPE is, explains what the multi-channel is, stuff like that. So we're going to put it on MPE. Going to see if we got any sound. Excellent, got some sound. Okay, we're gonna go over all of these pretty much real fast. So the first one is pitch bend range. Pitch bend range, pretty cool. You can set it. It goes from 1 to, I think, to 96, but usually I'll type in like 100 and it'll max it out. Yeah, 96 is the max out. It just adds some pitch bend range, and then we'll go back to 48. The next is the number of MIDI channels, and it'll tell you right there number of member MIDI channels to use with the MPE zone. Yeah, you can read that if you want. There's a lot of reading involved. But anyways, that gives you the best explanation, and I really like this feature where it explains what it does in the left hand side. I know a lot of programs it really won't tell you. I know Serum does. Like if you hold your cursor over a certain object, it'll actually tell you what it does or what it's used for. That's really cool. And then you can add the MPE zones. This explains what the zones are. Lower zone sets the master MIDI channel of 1 with member channels assigned from MIDI channel 2 in ascending order. At first I didn't really understand that, and I still kind of don't understand that at all, but I'm getting used to it. In the upper zones, it'll tell you the same thing. The next thing is octaves. So octaves, pretty self-explanatory. I think it starts with C1, I believe, and then C2. Jumps a whole octave. And then the transpose actually switches in between individual notes. So I have it to transpose 5. 5 is the F key, and I'll show you that right here. Let's take this off. Let's get some of our notes up here, piano roll, and I will press the very first note, and it will be the F key. Right there, F4. I was way off. This is not C1 or C2. It's C. Yeah, C1 would be really, really low. It's C4. It's F4. So if you go back, 1 will be C sharp. If you go to 0, it'll be C. Stuff like that. I know it skips around. It's weird, because if you go to 0, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, I think there's another black note. Yeah, there's a piano in front of me and I'm having a hard time. But anyways, if you go to 5, it won't be 5 steps. See, C, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is actually E, but I think it is going off the scale it is set in, so it skips around sometimes, so you won't get that D sharp unless it's in the scale you pick. And the scales you pick are right here. I have it on the blue scales right now, and you can turn it to major, minor, stuff like that. It's really awesome. My favorite key is F, so I usually leave it on 5 and it stays on F. And you can adjust the slide mode. It's set on absolute automatically, but if I slide and I switch in between these relative unpolar and relative bipolar, it gives it a little different sound, so I'll show you that right now. Some of the 5D presets you use, you can tell way better than this right here. This is not the best example, but anyways, yes, you can pick in between these. It'll give you different options of slide mode. The piano mode, if you slide over, it will actually hit every individual key instead of letting you slide that key. So if I hit this note, it's sliding into every individual note. So that I don't really use that much, but it does sound cool on, so if you want to make like glitchy sounding effects. And the glide rate of the glide when glide lock is enabled. So you have to enable glide lock right here, and then you can set this. I don't know how high it goes. We'll just put 100. It goes to 100. Does it go to 200? It goes to 127. And the glide, I wish they put all the glide settings all together, because look, if you see right here, it says glide rate, then glide lock, those are together, but then you have glide tracking mode all the way over here, and then the slide tracking modes right here. I get you put all the tracking modes together, but I wish everything was beside. Like, I wish all the slide stuff was beside each other, all the glide stuff was beside each other, and all the pressure stuff was beside each other. And then hide mode, you can just hide the scale itself. You can tell right here on the controller itself that the scale is hidden now. So if you uncheck that, you can see the scale. Then you have, this is scale, we already talked about that. You have so many scales. Look at all these scales. There's a bunch, more than 10. You go over here to chord, so you pick a chord. So you pick a fifth, you pick a scale, and it'll play the chord within that scale. It's pretty cool. Let's play the blues. And it'll show you on your DAW the actual what the chords make in your piano roll. Awesome. And then you can fix the velocity, so you don't have to hit it as hard. So if I just tap it, that's the same velocity for everything. If I uncheck that, you'll get more emotion in the velocity, stuff like that. So in the sensitivity, you have strike, glide, slide, pressure, and lift. You can mess with these to adjust the controller as you want, and it's really cool. They give you all these, I guess, options to customize how you want your controller, and I really like this region right here. It gives it an extra, like, I'm in control, so you can be like the master of your own device. Really awesome. But yeah, that's about it. This was the note grid, and I usually find myself using this app and the drum block a lot, and they have some games and stuff too. I'm going to go over a couple more of these and show you what you can do with some more of these apps, and then I will probably start my review of this controller. Really amazing. I like it so far. It's really good. Enjoying it. The only thing I hate, I got to get a mat or something, because every time I try to hit or play drums or something and I'm trying to slide, it slides on the table. It's really annoying. So I have to find something, maybe like some rubber, thick rubber or something, put right here in this region so it will stop sliding. This was the note grid. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment down below telling me if you use this feature, or if you like the Roli dashboard, or what could they add to the Roli. Should they add more apps, stuff like that? And yeah, tell me your thoughts about this. And let me know if you guys find the scale mode, I guess, better than most scale modes. I feel like this is better than most of them. I feel like, because you can use the chord thing too, I feel like it's up there with Machine. I feel like Machine has a better scale mode and chord mode than most devices. But that's my opinion. That's what I think. Hit up my Spotify. I just released a new song last month. I'll be releasing a new song this month on June 19th, and I can't wait for that. We're going to do a couple more videos of the Roli block, and then I'm going to start my review. I think I'm ready. It's been a couple weeks. I think I've learned a lot, and I can't wait till that video comes out. And I will see you guys next time, and just create whatever you want. Make your music. Peace.